Ameachi'S love for Ndigbo and why he must run for president as an Igbo man. Last 2 years, Honorable Ameachi, the former governor of Rivers State and current Minister of Transportation, gave a speech titled Igbos in the Politics of Nigeria. During the convocation ceremony of Ameachi'S University in Anambra State, in this time and season, it is difficult to see a Nigerian politician of note express a grasp of the ethnocultural makeup of Nigeria, especially that of Igbos. In depth, with due credit, Amechi freely quoting scholars versed in the knowledge of pre- and post-colonial Nigeria, put out his idea as lucidly as his topic and the occasion demanded of him. As part of his speech, Amechi questioned the purported tranquility of Igbo land before the advent of British colonialists. Quoting deserved scholars, he said, contrary to popular opinion, pre-colonial Igbo land was not devoid of strangers. He said, Igbo traded with Efiks, Benins, Ibibios, and Hausas. Amechi equally talked about the constant mutable reality of tribal identity. He said that when a people identity is discussed, it is usually deliberated in the new now. He, however, pointed out that such tendency great disservice to the definition of tribal identity because tribes are forever evolving. For example, what Igbo tribe society was 50 years ago is not what it is today. He also countered the notion that tribes are homogeneous entities. In place of that notion, Amechi said, studies have shown that most tribes are heterogeneous in nature. In other words, every dominant tribe has variation in its human composition, language, and culture. He went on to say that while outsiders perceive Igbos as homogeneous, inwardly Igbos are aware of their differences. In my view, one of the major issues Amechi tried to highlight is the fact that lack of territories ambition hampered Igbos from having vast sphere of influence in today's Nigeria. For example, had Igbos been territorially expansionist like the Sokoto Caliphate, Igbo land will have stretched from the deep of the Atlantic to the southwest border of Nigeria. Amechi didn't say whether it could have served Igbos better to be conquerors. No doubt, had Igbos been conquerors, their sphere of influence in present Nigeria could have been greatly increased. Hence, in this modern era when politics is a game of numbers, had Igbos conquered their neighbors, it could have increased their sphere of influence, thus placing them at the commanding height of Nigerian politics. Since Igbos naturally are not conquerors, what was Amechi getting at? Apart from hitting that lack of territorial ambition was the bane of pre-colonial Igbo society, Amechi tried to suggest that because Igbos were not warming-going people, it created a situation where fewer people in Nigeria today are called Igbos than otherwise would have been the case. Hence, lack of territorial ambition created a situation where many people who otherwise would have been known as Igbos are at the fringe of that identity. All through the length and breadth of present-day Igbo land, we have people who were previously contained in the geographical expression known as Eastern Region, now severed from their original territory identity. a crude act of severance hatched by civil war military juntas who wanted to reduce Igbo influence by all means. For instance, River State was crudely cut off from the old eastern region by Gowon, even when most river people sufficiently share cultural identity with Igbos to be rightly called Igbos. This is also the case with Delta Igbos as well as Igbo bordering to Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Benue State, etc. Amechi and President Muhammadu Buhari. If I must say, Amechi comes from Ubima in River State, a town bordering between Imo State and River State. Historically, Ubima was part of the Igbo outpost known as Igwocha, which literally means mountain of white sand, suggesting that from Ubioma to the topography of the area was already receding into the Atlantic. Even when British colonialists introduced regional administrative system, Ubima was firmly lodged in the eastern region. During the Civil War, Gowon created River State, reaching several communities including Ubima from Igbo land. Hence, despite effort to dispose him of his Igbo identity, Amechi remains firmly an Igbo man. In addition, though he didn't say it in his speech, Amechi tried to point out that as long as politics remains a game of numbers, Igbos are doing themselves great disservice, not embracing their brothers across the border, struck out from Igbo Commonwealth by military juntas. Hence, Igbo can no longer narrowly be thought as a tribe but as a commonwealth of people sharing mutual commonalities. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, based on what you've heard from former Governor Rotimi Amechi, there are so many things you can use in qualifying the Igbos. See, nobody with his right senses that won't credit or give credit to Igbos based on academics, culture, politics, even if they have not been able to test the seat of power, they still have the credit in politics. That they have not been able to test the seat of power is the politics of Nigeria and the selfishness of our leaders. And Igbos, being the people they are, doesn't care because they are not after positions in Nigeria. What they are after is Biafra, which they believe will be the best for them. That is why they never mind paying attention to any position in Nigeria. They see positions in Nigeria to be a waste of time and a waste of energy. How can you be a leader in Nigeria and yet you will be controlled by the wrong people? You'll be controlled by the wrong people and you'll still be intimidated by the wrong people. So they don't want that. And that is why they said, instead of them to experience this kind of thing, it is better they go to the eastern region where they come from and give themselves a perfect ruling. You understand? So Igbos are people of great minds, like I used to call them. They are too special and they are well read. They are understanding and they are full of business IQ. So, my viewers, I don't know what your comments concerning this may be, but please don't forget to leave your comment behind. click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.